Okay, in this section of the DVD I'm going to show you some ways to practice your scales and your arpeggios that will help you to become more fluent with them, help you burn them into your muscle memory of your hand and your mental memory, so that once you really start trying to play lead guitar, that's not an issue anymore. Your hands just kind of know where to go for that particular pattern, and the more creative angles just starts to flow from you. Which you'll get there after a while. Okay, so let's go through a few exercises and some patterns to play and some ways to practice the varying scale patterns that will help get them just totally locked into your abilities. Okay, what I'm going to do first, I'm going to start with a basic pentatonic shape, and I'm going to go through it in a few different ways. And this would apply to all the pentatonic shapes, all the diatonic shapes. I'll show you a little bit of that. But I'm going to go through it in a few different ways, a few different exercises, all of which will be notated in the book, that will help you find some ways to practice it to make your playing better. Okay. First of all, I'm going to start off. I'm going to play down here with our basic main pentatonic shape that everybody starts with. What key I'm in, but I happen to be in the key of F there if I'm playing F minor. Okay. Now, some of the things that you're going to want to do, varying exercises, are to make your fingers agile. Okay. One exercise that's real helpful is to do this. Faster, it's like this. If you sped it up even more, I'm sure it would it actually sounds like part of some lead guitar parts that I know that come to mind. I've heard plenty of guys do this kind of thing. Jimmy Page among them, all kinds of famous players. So they just literally took that exercise and played lead guitar with it. Okay, so once again, this exercise, and the way I think of this exercise is I start with a note, play the next note up, and then back. So it's a group of 3 notes. The next thing I do is I start on the next highest note in the pattern and do that same thing. That note, the next highest note, and back. And I just continue doing that all the way up the pattern. Now, of course, the opposite will also be of use to you. You want to practice going backwards on that pattern. So now I'm starting with a high note, playing that note, the next note lower, and then back to that high note. Then I move down to the next lowest note in the pattern. I play that note, down and back, and I continue that way. So. Okay. We'll call that exercise 1 and 2, forward and backward. Okay. For exercise 3, what we're going to do is start with a note, play that note and the next 2 highest notes, and then go back 1 note and play 3 notes up from there. So we're playing 3 notes up, 1 note back, 3 notes up from there, 1 note back. That sounds like this. And again, this little exercise can sound like a lead guitar part if you want it to. All right, then we're going to take it and go backwards with it. Right, same thing we did before. For exercise 4, we'll start at the top and go backwards. 3 notes, up 1, down 3, up 1, down 3. Just goes back and forth like that. down 3, up 1, down 3 from there, and so on. Okay? Now this particular pattern probably sounds very familiar to you. This exact exercise is used in a lot of solos. It's most often used using hammer-ons and pull-offs, though, so let's also practice that. Okay? I'm going to do the same exact thing, but whenever possible, I'm going to pull off. So my very first note, I'm going to pick that high note and pull off to the next note, and then play this note. Okay? Then I'm going to go up 1, and my next 2 notes allow me another pull-off. Right? Then up 1, pull off. So I'm doing